Good morning, and welcome to the Motivational Devotional, where we are merging motivation and spirituality to create a daily dose of confident positivity. I hope that this morning's podcast will help you to be more spiritually and positively motivated so that you can transform your day.
I don't remember what movie this was in, but this one scene came to mind when I was trying to decide what to say about this topic. There's a flurry of activity, and suddenly all activity stops for some reason. A character recognizes the situation and doesn't get frustrated, doesn't find all kinds of other things to do, but he just sits in a lotus position and begins to meditate. Someone who is with him gets concerned and asks what he is doing. Why is he doing nothing? Doesn't he realize? And to finish that, I would have to remember the whole scene and probably what movie it was in. The point is, though, that this character exhibited what it means to live in Wu Wei. Now you're confused. What the heck is Wu Wei, you might well wonder. Did you say Wu Wei or your way or what? This is another principle from Taoism, and the term is Chinese, and it literally means inexertion or inaction or effortless action. Yesterday's podcast was about waiting on the wind to come back into your sails. So today I wanted to offer something helpful, very helpful, or at least I think so, in that process, like that character in that movie, whatever it was. And you can reply back to me if you have a clue. Coming to a pause doesn't mean that we give up, and it doesn't mean that we get frustrated and start pushing and hitting and hammering at things to make it work again. I've realized that I can be just as productive in life, maybe more so, when I'm not pushing at being productive. When it comes to my own dreams and goals, I don't have a supervisor to keep happy. I don't have anyone looking over my shoulder for a productivity report, and I don't need to be concerned at the end of the day how much it looks like I got done. I've recently had more than one example where I can show this in real-world terms, and not just some theory some guy on a podcast is throwing out at you. I am letting go one phase of my life so that I can pursue my dreams and goals 100%. I've been doing some work that at times is really complicated, and I've had to rely on a lot of moving pieces coming together with every project. Sometimes these pieces are in the hands of other people who have their own agenda, and while usually these plans come together as they should, other times there are too many people involved trying to control things independently, and things get muddied up to the point that no clear solution is coming together. So, I have learned in those situations to not get all panicky and try to force something. When anyone involved has tried that, the eventual solution is in spite of what they forced, and not due to what that person decided to put together. When nothing is coming together and working out, I have found that backing off from forcing things and watching with awareness how other things are coming together provides me the ability to put together the pieces that the universe brings forward. Just this past week, things happened beyond anyone's control, and the situation fixed itself. There was no need for a solution. That happened the week before, and twice the week before that. When things seem impossible, but a solution seems like it needs to be found right away, I have found that pushing out of desperation will only make it worse. Maintaining a personal state of calm, non-attachment, and inner peace can be, difficult. But the more I can do that, the more perfect the solution provided by the universe. I share all this as a way to show that I engage in my own life, the things I share in the motivational devotional, and this stuff isn't just theory. It works for me all the time. And so, Wu Wei. On these separate occasions in the middle of plans that were not coming together because different people had intentions that were not in sync with everything else, things happened outside of anyone's control. I needed a solution. The principle of Wu Wei is effortless action. I continued relentless intent for the highest and best I could do for a person without a solution seeming to be in sight, and then the universe had my back and solved it. Action without effort, highest and best outcome. Now, before anyone starts thinking that this sounds lazy, we need to define what it means to be effortless. I can work in my yard all day and develop a horrendous sweat to the point that my dogs might not even recognize me, but that day could still have been effortless. How is that, you might ask? Well, effort involves forcing a semblance of order, making things fit even if they don't want to, pushing sales higher even if no one wants the thing, increasing productivity even if people are worn out, and making everything look okay even if under the surface things are far from okay. And it's all so that people can say at the end of the day that they did their job, even if all they did was muddy up everything. In my yard, my focus is not to extract every little weed and trim everything perfectly. I do a good and respectable job, mind you, and I think it looks nice, but my focus is to put things in their place and remove things that don't belong. That's a huge piece of Wu Wei. It's a simple process of recognizing that this doesn't belong here, it belongs there. This other thing doesn't belong anywhere in my concern, and it needs to go. Maybe someone else can use it. Maybe it needs to be thrown away. This space needs to be left as is because something else needs to go there. But I don't have it yet. And so I will wait to either see it in a store, someone will just bring it to me out of the blue, or I will see it on the side of the road or something weird like that. In Wu Wei, your action is less about activity and more about awareness. You are aware of what doesn't belong in your life, and so you recognize if someone else has a need for that to be in their life. You are aware of what you need in your life, and so you recognize when that comes along, or opportunities come along for you to create that. Wu Wei is kind of like continual puzzle solving with an ever-changing puzzle, and a piece that fit 5 years ago no longer fits now, and you work to maintain non-attachment to the puzzle while focusing on the overall fit of the puzzle to the universe. And so, Wu Wei is an important practice when waiting on wind. Sometimes there already is wind, but you don't know it until you move the puzzle pieces. Remove this and add that, and then the wind is back. It's kind of like feng shui. No, it's exactly feng shui. You arrange and rearrange the elements of your life, the elements of your dreams, and the elements of your goals so that the winds of spirit can move through, fill your sails, and propel you forward as you practice effortless action. Dance the dance. Move the puzzle pieces. Organize your life to fit the universe, and you will continue to know that all of creation conspires in your favor, and trust that the universe always has your back. Benjamin Hoff wrote in the Tao of Pu, Wu Wei doesn't try. It doesn't think about it. It just does it. And when it does, it doesn't appear to do much of anything. But things get done.
Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Please help keep this podcast going by following the Motivational Devotional Facebook page, following @3foldaway Radio on Twitter, and sharing the written format of today's message from motivational-devotional.com on your social media. I am deeply grateful for your support, and thank you for letting Motivational Devotional be part of your journey. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Motivational Devotional is a production of Threefold Way Radio, LLC.